Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? And welcome to another episode with your girl Khadijah Baines here, number one clarity queen and number one brand strategist. And on tonight's topic, I wanted to share with you some behind the scenes strategies of how you, yes, you, can maximize your time. Hey Steven, how's it going? Thanks for joining. So in this video, you're definitely going to want to stay till the end because what we're going to discuss tonight is how you can maximize your time, not just in your business, okay? Not just you checking off a to-do list, but also whether that's in your business, it could be with spending more time with your significant other. Do you feel that right now it's just like too hard for you to just like have time to do what you really want to do, to spend quality time with your family, quality time with your husband or your wife? Or maybe you just want to know how you can maximize your time and actually start to have time to spend with yourself. You know, you want to have a me day. You want to have time to just, relax and not stress over a massive to-do list. So if you want to know how you can maximize your time in a very strategic way, then definitely watch this video until the end, and you're going to be able to get some behind the scenes strategies. So how to maximize your time. So in this 10-minute video, we're going to just show some simple steps. Now, the first thing you want to do is I want to share with you guys the power of charts, okay? I'm not going to do the chart tutorial here, but what I'm going to discuss is pretty much the concept of it. Now, you and I, we are visual learners. We learn through pictures. We learn through visual images. So when you think of a chart, that is a visual image. That is something that you are going to be able to see step by step, the strategies and the execution right in front of you. So utilizing charts in a way to maximize your time efficiently is going to be a major gem. Hey, Crystal Girl, thanks for joining. So when you think in pictures, you want to think about as if you're a 5-year-old. 5-year-olds, they think in pictures. Whenever they have an idea, they say, hey, mom, hey, dad, let me draw you a picture of it. They think in pictures. So when it comes to your learning process, when it comes to your learning curve, you want to think back to what was the best way that you learned in the beginning. And when you think back to your childhood, it's going to help you to understand that you thought in pictures. And when you start to utilize this method, instead of trying to make everything so complicated because you're an adult and you're full grown, so you think you know everything. Trust me, I know this. Like, I used to think the same thing. But when I actually just allowed myself and I humbled myself and I increased my teachability index to see that there's actual much simpler ways for you to learn new information. So hey Rich, thanks for joining. Hey Roger, thanks for joining. So when you actually learn in pictures, it's going to help you have a clear image of the best way for you to actually strategize. Now, I was watching a recent video on YouTube, and it was talking about how you can use charts. Now, this is not just any type of chart. This is a chart that breaks down how each shape of the flow chart can pretty much help you to create clarity for yourself and how you can get a clear image. So I have this in my notes here that I'm going to show you, or I'm going to talk to you about. So let's say a round shape, okay? So you have a round shape for the chart. That is going to represent the start and the end of a project. So that could be something that you're working towards in your business. Let's say you have a group project in your business and you want to think of what is the best way to execute this project. This could be something far as spending time with your significant other. You could say, honey, I have these tasks that I need to do, but you are a priority for me. So I'm going to make sure I have a strategy put in place so I can still spend time with you. This could be something far as your own quality time. You want to make sure you have some me time. So guess what you're going to do? You now have a visual strategy right in front of you so that you can ensure that you have time to spend with yourself. So these pictures and these symbols are going to be a great way for you to identify what's the top priority, what is number one, and then what is the different avenues that you can use to get to it, okay? So the circle represents the start and the end. Then you want to have a rectangle, which represents the process, the task, the things you actually need to do. So you have the start. Let's say you want to start reading books more. And then you're going to have a rectangle that represents the process. It represents the task that you need to do in order to achieve that like initial outcome, okay? Then there's going to be a diamond shape. And the diamond shape represents the decisions that you need to make in order for you to know which direction to go in. So you want to read books more, and then you know what kind of task you're going to want to get accomplished in order to do that, in order to actually be able to read the book. And then you're going to think about what type of decisions can you make throughout the day that is going to support you being able to have time to actually read the book. Then you want to just think about the flow. So what kind of flow pattern are you going to use in order to reach that outcome? So when I'm planning my day, I'm going to give you an example. When I want to pick up a new habit, the first thing I do is I think of the outcome. Okay, I want to read more. I know that it's going to take me at least an hour to read this book. So what I'm going to do next is pick a specific time in that day that I can read the book. If I have somewhere to be at 2 o'clock and I know that it takes me an hour to read the book and I'm starting at 12, I'm not going to be done until 1 o'clock. So that means I have an hour time that I can use before I have to actually go to my next destination, which is going to be like the next task I want to get accomplished. So you want to kind of strategize in that kind of way, but in a visual way. So you can see the flow of the things that you need to do. So then you can see like, okay, if I have somewhere to be at 2 o'clock and it's going to take me an hour to read the book, if it takes me longer, that means I can't either go do the thing that I need to do, or I'm not going to be able to read the book for an hour. So it's just a visual flow chart. That's it. That's all you're doing, is just making it visual. It's the same things that you're doing, but it's just on a visual standpoint. Because here's the thing. Because we think in pictures, because our reality is created in pictures, it's created in images, it's going to automatically help your brain to process it much faster. Now, millionaires, they understand this. People who understand the mind, people who understand the subconscious mind, who understands just strategy as a whole, CEOs, people who help you develop projects and so forth, they understand this. And the moment that you start to understand this, you're going to start to see and you're going to start to feel that you're not overwhelmed about the to-do list anymore. Now, one little hack that I want to share with you guys is this. I never call my to-do list a to-do list. Never, ever do I call it a to-do list. I only call it a to-be list. And the reason why I call it a to-be list is this. When it comes to goal setting, when it comes to setting like trying to achieve something, that is just the visual image that you're putting out there, okay? That's just a visual image that you're putting out to relate to your 5 senses. The ultimate goal is not about achieving the goal. It's about who you must become in order to achieve it. So instead of thinking about your task in a way that, oh, I want to get this done, I want to get that done, think about it in a process of who am I going to become from me achieving this task? Who am I going to become from me reading this new book? Who am I going to become from me being able to lead a team in a business meeting to help them understand a strategy? What type of person am I going to become from this? What type of person am I going to become from spending quality time with my spouse, spending quality time and us getting to know each other? Who am I going to become from me doing this? Who am I going to become from me taking the time out to get to know myself, to spend time by myself, to actually have quality time for me? So when you understand the process and actually the end result, not about what I need to do, not about the to-do list, not about the to-dos, it's about the to-be list. Who are you going to become once you achieve that, okay? And when you think in this way, it's amazing. So yes, Roger, a list meaning we can be, yes, a human being, exactly. At the end of the day, when you allow yourself to just be you, when you allow yourself to just be a human, to allow yourself to just be natural and stop trying to like become this like image that everyone else wants you to be, or this person that thinks you have all the answers. Like, it's okay to not have all the answers. And it's okay to teach yourself in a way that you used to learn. So when you're a little kid, you think in pictures. So go back to that childhood mindset. Go back to that childhood method of learning. And when you do that, since that's already imprinted on your subconscious mind because you've been doing it for so long, like you were a kid longer than you were an adult. So like this is something that's already imprinted on the gray matter of your subconscious mind. It's already a part of your personality. It's already something that your brain and your mind is used to. Because what happens is when you're taking in new knowledge and the mind doesn't recognize it, it's to fight it. It's a virus. And instead of like trying to do that, if you do something your mind is already used to using, it's not going to try to fight away the new knowledge. It's not going to try to fight away the new habits that you're trying to take on. Instead, it's going to embrace it. So thinking pictures, using flow charts is a great way for you to maximize your time and to have time to do what you really truly want to do. So if you got any value from this video, I hope that you like and share this. I invite you to do so. So like and share this video if you did get any value, because at the end of the day, there's someone out here who feels like stressed. They probably feel pressured and they don't feel like they're maximizing their time. They feel like their time is controlling them instead of them controlling their time. So if you know someone who could really benefit from this video and kind of just needs like a strategy to get ahead of their day, then go ahead and share this out to them because they could definitely get value. And I also invite you to get to know yourself and get to know more strategies that you can use by scheduling a free one-on-one call with me. And we can go over a simple strategy with you. I'm going to help you get crystal clear on your goals, on your mindset, and on your business if you're someone who's a business owner. So thank you for watching the video, and I'm going to catch you guys later. See you on the other side.